Small business owner Fiona Knox is absorbing the news about what's coming in mid-November.
All of a sudden now we have to police something, but how are we actually really going to do that?
The majority of her Darwin salon staff are vaccinated, but she says the idea of having to sack someone who isn't is daunting.
What's not being discussed is the legal ramifications that we could be faced against, come across, which, unfair dismissal, turning someone away from employment.
From November 13, almost all frontline staff in the NT will have to have had at least one jab. Without a medical exemption, a $5,000 fine will apply for anyone who doesn't comply. It's a wider mandate than anywhere else in the country so far for a jurisdiction that's that much more vulnerable. The Territory opposition says the measure shouldn't have been necessary.
If the government had been doing their job over the last 18 months, and from the point when the vaccination rollout was initially mooted back in the middle of last year and it was done properly, we wouldn't have to see these draconian measures that we're seeing today enforced on Territorians.
Labor's again accused the opposition of chasing the anti-vax vote, but the questions are coming from elsewhere as well. The education union's particularly concerned about losing remote staff who may not be ready to get the jab. There's opposition too from the police union.
To come out and say, if you can't be vaccinated by this date, we're going to remove you from frontline duties or maybe potentially remove you from the police force is quite ludicrous in our view.
Industry-specific mandates are taking effect in other states, and experts say employers are protected by the Chief Health Officer's direction.
The Fair Work Ombudsman has come out and said that in certain circumstances it will be lawful for employers to terminate a contract of employment if their worker is refusing to get vaccinated.
But the government's still yet to give detail on how the rules will be policed and enforced, saying talks with businesses and unions will take place over the few short weeks before the policy takes effect. Husni Shams, ABC News.